I just left Ben a little while ago. Got a late start. Got a ride to the trailhead here at Santian Pass. I'm going to do a few miles and then camp for the night, and then get started early in the morning. Brittany, who did the PCT last year, gave me a ride to the trailhead. Thank you, Brittany. There's a fire to the east of me. It looks like it's contained. I don't see any flames. That's a good thing. Well, I left Ben kind of late. I got a ride with the Trail Angel to the trailhead and hiked in about 4 miles. I'm stopped at 2,000, mile marker 2004.9, and just got me some water from a lake and set up camp and about to get something to eat, and then I'm going to go to sleep. Good morning. I'm off and rolling today, all packed up and heading down the trail. And for today, it looks like I'm going to be going to the west of, I don't know if it's a mountain, a hill, or whatever. It's called Three Finger Jack. Strange name. I didn't name it. When I was in Bend, I went to the local outfitter supply called Mountain Supply in Bend. Great place. And I had to get some new shoes. Normally these trail runners only last about 500 miles. I had about 482 miles on them, so they were due for another pair. But I had to get a new backpack. The backpack I'd been using for several hundreds of miles was just too minimalistic. Basically, it was just a bag made of DCF material. And whenever you put about 5 days worth of food in it, along with the other stuff that I had in it, I have a base weight of an ultralight backpacker of 9 pounds, but whenever you put 5 days worth of food in there and maybe a liter of water, it gets very heavy. There's no load lifters, and so it was really pulling on my back, and my back was just killing me. This is evidence of either a rock slide or a avalanche that came down off of Three Finger Jack. And man, I would have hated to have been there when that happened. There's that fire that I saw yesterday. It seems like it's still smoldering. This morning I was hiking almost all morning in the shadow of Three Finger Jack. By the way, I found out why they call it Three Finger Jack. There's 3 spines that come off of the peak there, the 3-finger jack. From aerial standpoint, it looks like 3 fingers. And then today it looks like I've been hiking in the shadow of Mount Jefferson. And I'll probably be hiking there a couple of days. These flowers smell just like lavender. Today seemed like a very long day. I put in 23 miles and I'm camped here at Milk Creek. Milk Creek is it's a runoff from a glacier off of Mount Jefferson. I hiked all day with a young couple from Taiwan and from Hong Kong. And they have an interesting trail name. His trail name is Duck, D-U-C-T, and her trail name is Tape, T-A-P-E. So put them together and you got duct tape. So anyway, they're a real nice couple. I enjoyed hiking with them today. And it is way past my bedtime. And so I'll see you in the morning. I got a 3,000 foot climb first thing out of the gate. So looking forward to that, but I will see you in the morning. Good morning. I just crossed Milk Creek and I didn't get my feet wet. I was really dreading going across. It was just a little log that you had to go across. I'm starting a 3,000 foot climb, which I've really been looking forward to all day long yesterday. Not. But in the words of my favorite scripture, there's nothing to it but to do it. I've been hiking on the west side of Mount Jefferson for a couple of days now. Probably will be for another day and a half. The glaciers that are on Mount Jefferson will be there forever. They'll never melt. I mean, they'll never melt completely. There'll be runoff like was on Milk Creek. But those glaciers have been there for a long time and will be for a long time to come. That was pretty scary. I wasn't about to film me walking across that. Oh man, I think that took about 10 years off my life. Well, it's breakfast time, and after that scary stream crossing, I've really worked up an appetite. It seemed like around every turn, it was a tremendous view of Mount Jefferson. I wanted to stop and take a picture or a video, but can't get any mileage that way. I felt the same way when I was at Crater Lake. It seemed like I wanted to take a video every time I turned a corner. had something special happen to me just a little while ago. I was at the top of this 3,000 foot climb, and I ran into two guys that were hiking. And when I went past this one guy, he asked me, he says, "What's your trail name?" And I said, "Rev." He said, "Me and my wife watch your YouTube videos." And he was so excited. And he said, "Can I get a picture? Can I get a picture of you and show it to my wife?" Said she'll be so excited that I met you on trail. So that was special. Well, today wound up being a good day. I got 21.7 miles in today. I started off with a 3,000 foot climb. At the very top, I saw my first glimpse of Mount Hood, and that's really exciting. I'm going to bed, getting up early tomorrow, and doing it all over again. So I will see you in the morning. Good morning. I camped by Jude Lake last night, and great little campsite. I camped with duct tape. I ran into Danger and Blaze on the trail yesterday. I hadn't seen them in a pretty good while. And so funny. These young people, I'm guessing probably less than 30 years old, in their 20s, they look at me as, I don't know, grandpa, or at the most dad. But it's so funny, they kind of look out for me, and if I'm going over a sketchy blowdown, they'll stop and wait for me and see if I'm okay. It's so funny. I'm the oldest guy that I've seen on the trail, except for one other guy. He's 68 years old. I'm 67 now, and I guess they look at me either as Grandpa or Santa Claus. I guess they figure if they're nice to me, they'll get extra stuff for Christmas. There's a popular saying on trail, and that is to listen to your body. I was listening to my body when I had that Z-Pax Nero minimalistic pack. It lacked a lot of support, and it was just killing my back. I wouldn't have made it if I had to keep using that pack. So I got a new pack, Osprey Exos pack, and it's got a lot of support in it, and it's really working out tremendous. But I was listening to my body, but I was thinking, if I listened to my body, I'd be at home sitting in front of a TV set watching TV. So there is a limit to listening to your body. seems like this is getting to be a regular occurrence, getting into camp late. I put in 25.6 miles today, and I'm camped here by Timothy Lake. It is a gigantic lake, and I've got about 11 miles to get into, or to get to the road that Highway 26, I think it is, that goes into government camp, and I'll hitch in there and then resupply, get a shower, get a motel, da 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 da. So anyway, I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. I'm packed up and on the trail again. I stayed at Timothy Lake last night. It rained off and on, not real hard, but it rained off and on all night long, and so I packed up my tent pretty wet. So as soon as I get to a sunny spot, I'll stop and take everything out and try to sun it out and dry it out. I've got about 11 miles to go to get to the parking lot and Highway 26 that leads into General Camp. I'll be staying there tonight, getting a resupply, and then getting out the next morning. This is the day which the Lord hath made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. And so I'm glad to be able to take in some sights and nature and the beauty of God's creation. There's a lot of smoke in the air. You can smell it. And when you try to view Mount Hood, it's kind of hazy. Well, I made it here to government camp, and I'm going to check into the Huckleberry Inn and then go down to the restaurant and get me a big old cheeseburger, bacon cheeseburger and fries, and a huckleberry shake. Never had a huckleberry shake before, so that's going to be really interesting. But it's a neat little town here. It's more of a ski town than anything, but government camp is really hiker friendly, and it's very welcoming to hikers.